classes actually start? What is engineering science all about? How is it different from other programs? What will life be like when you're an NSci? But most importantly, is engineering science the right program for you? Well, you're about to find out.
Engineering science has been around for quite a while. It's the flagship program of the Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering.
It's a program that has a great deal of breadth, but also depth. So I think the structure of having our 2 foundation years, along with our upper option years, gives the program a really unique nature, that you get an excellent foundation at the beginning of the program, but then you have depth in your specialization in years 3 and 4.
We're very honest about telling high school students that this is a very tough program. It's a very demanding program.
It's probably the most challenging engineering program in Canada. But our students develop skills very quickly.
Students obviously know how to study, but often at times they have to relearn and reinforce their study skills and make the necessary changes and adjustments to the university setting, and particularly with our program, because the courses go as quickly as they do and the concepts are introduced as quickly as they are.
And our students are so bright and so talented that it's so rare that they've ever really hit a wall. And we don't want to give them walls to hit, but that said, we do want to challenge them. And what we're really trying to do in our program is allow our students to rise to those challenges without it becoming overwhelming.
Engineering science cultivates this ability to learn on their own. NSI students often get thrown into situations that are very difficult. In their design course, for example,
where students get to make their own projects and build their own prototypes. That's always very exciting for our students. They're always interested in applying the knowledge that they've learned in actually a design situation, and they find that to be very rewarding.
I'm here with Damien, an Electrical Option alumni and former NSI Club chair.
Hi everyone, I'm here to show you my second year design project to give you guys an idea of what to expect in your second year of engineering science.
Well, it looks interesting. Can you show us what it does?
Here, for sure. Let me just turn it on. So I've programmed the machine to draw a few straight lines on the sheets of paper you see on the wall. So let me just let it get into its starting position here. Alright, now we're good to go. So this robot is actually able to draw 4 different shapes in 2 different sizes and 2 different colors. But while it's running, let me just tell you a bit about the second year design project in general. It's an opportunity to bring all your knowledge you learned in the classroom into practice. So it'll combine your courses in math, physics, structures, electronics, and pretty much everything else you'll take. And it'll be up to you and your team to design, build, and program a robot from scratch. Everything you see here is entirely original. So all of my teammates and I, we built and designed all the circuit boards and mechanical components in the machine. I don't think there's any other program out there that will give you an opportunity to build something as complicated and original as we do in second year engineering science. So now the robot is finished drawing its 3 lines, it's just going to move back to the starting position.
Thanks, Damien.
Yeah, no problem, and see you guys later.
And if you guys like that, then you'll definitely like this next segment.
The project is a student-run project at the University of Toronto. We have roughly over 30 students who participate in the project. It is my true pleasure, along with Dinamon, to present to you the U of T's 5th solar-powered car, a more highly evolved shade of blue, Cerulean.
Cerulean, a shade of blue named for the sky, is Blue Sky Solar Racing's 5th and most advanced solar car. It has 3,000 spacecraft-grade solar cells, high-efficiency electric motors, advanced power electronics, and high-capacity lithium batteries, all housed in a lightweight composite body. It uses no more power than a toaster oven, and is powered completely by the sun. The team consists of students across the university who want to go far beyond what they've learned in class, and is made up largely of engineering science students and alumni. They strive to build a new car for each biannual week-long road race, and Cerulean, along with 14 dedicated team members, has the honor of racing across the Australian outback. Don't forget, if you're ever interested in joining any club, and believe me, there are a lot, don't hesitate to contact them. They're always looking for people to volunteer their time and even become club executive in the future. Now back to the office to see how they feel about students involved in extracurricular activities.
The interesting thing about students in engineering science is not only do they have this really challenging academic program, but they tend to be the most engaged and involved students in our faculty. And I think one of the reasons for that is because our students need to find a balance.
It's those activities that they do for themselves to try to give themselves a little space just to let the academics go aside and to work on their passions that really makes the difference, because it's those students who then can take that enjoyment and that passion and keep moving it and expanding it through the rest of the programs.
So you will see engineering science students involved in a variety of activities. A number of our students are leading or participating in design activities.
We have students involved in student government, sports activities.
We have a student going into third year who's involved with the varsity swim team, the ladies varsity swim team.
And students have put on concerts, just for fun.
And while we have a very challenging curriculum, our students tend to have a lot of personal breadth, and this level of involvement and engagement is very important to them, and certainly something that we encourage them to do.
A lot of people will tell you that the biggest groups on campus, the biggest engineering groups on campus, the most spirited students are usually the students that come from engineering science. And we're really, really proud of that fact. They're a great group of students.
Well, what better way to showcase spirited Eng-Sci students than to meet with a member of the team who has won the Loudest Team Award for the last 5 years running. I'm here with Paul, who's going into his 4th year in the Aerospace option. Paul is also the manager of a team at the University of Toronto called the Iron Dragons. Paul, can you tell us a little bit about this team?
Sure. The Iron Dragons are a dragon boat team, and dragon boating is a paddling sport where you have 20 people on a boat, as well as a drummer and a steers person. And we race on a 500-meter course against up to 6 other teams. Some of those teams are also from the U of T. Dragon boating is a great way for Eng-Sci students to stay involved with school activities over the summer. And we found that historically we do have a lot of Eng-Scis on the team. I'm an Eng-Sci. The other managers are also engineering science students. And I guess it's just because it provides a good balance between the summer job and being outdoors and active in Toronto. That's why a lot of people choose to get involved.
And do you mind telling us about your trip?
Yeah, sure. It says eat, sleep, dragon boat.
I like that. Thanks very much for your time.
Yep.
Well, that sounds like a pretty interesting way to spend a summer. I wonder what else our students have been up to. Let's go find out. Come on in. Hi, and welcome to the IBBME. I'm here with Ed, who's currently going into his 4th year of biomedical engineering, and at this past summer, he was working in Peter Sandstra's stem cell lab. So Ed, tell us about what you did this summer.
Well, basically, I've been analyzing bone marrow blood stem cells, the factors secreted in order to identify a means of causing them to duplicate themselves in large numbers for use in bone marrow transplantations and for synthesizing blood. The main piece of equipment that we use here for my project is the BD-Fax Canto, which is a flow cytometer. Basically, we take media that's in liquid form, we place it into the machine here, and it's sucked into, the fluid is sucked into the machine, and using a series of lasers, it can identify different fluorescent intensities that are emitted. And using that, we can calculate concentrations or identify specific cytokines, for instance.
Great, thanks for your time. Working on a leading-edge research project during the summer is the perfect way to complement your studies during the school year. If you're still in your foundation years, a summer project might help you decide what option you'll go into in the future. Once you've already specialized, it can solidify your knowledge, understanding, and experience in your chosen field. Wait a second. What are the options all about anyway?
One of the most attractive features of engineering science to students in high school that are looking at various engineering programs are the various and wide-ranging and exciting options that we offer to students once they've completed the foundation years.
They tend to be at the leading edge. We had the biomedical option before there were any other undergraduate biomedical engineering programs in Canada, and there were only a handful in the US. We had the first nano engineering option, before there were any nanoengineering programs at the undergraduate level in the world. So we really are at the cutting edge in terms of undergraduate education.
Students coming in might already know exactly which of the 8 options they're interested in. Other students get something tangible from the courses they take in the foundational years and the people that they meet in the foundational years, and are able to make an educated decision into what their specialization will be later on.
Hey, once you're into the option years, your hard work in the foundation years seems to have finally paid off. Your workload decreases, you start to have a few classes with students from other engineering departments as well as from other faculties, and you also start to think about your career and your future and what you plan to do with your option once the last 2 years are complete. Let's ask around about that.
My name is Kim. I'm in my 4th year of engineering science in the infrastructure option. After graduation, I would like to pursue a degree in environmental science.
Hi, my name is JP, and I graduated from Engineering Science Electrical Option. Currently, I'm doing my master's at University of Toronto in Electrical Engineering and focusing on communication systems. Actually, I just spent 3 months in Japan working on an internship with R&D lab of one of their cell phone companies.
Hi, my name is Brian, and I'm a graduate of the Engineering Science program in the Physics Option. Right now I'm studying for my PhD at Harvard University in physics.
Hi, my name is Mabel. I graduated from the Physics Option last year. I'm now a second-year law student at the University of Toronto, specializing in criminal law. Engineering science gave me a broad background which allowed me to pursue a career outside of traditional engineering.
There are really a wide range of students that graduate from this program with a variety of interests, and that's indicated in where they all end up.
About 50% of the students actually go on in graduate studies. This is a very common route for our students upon graduation.
Our students are coveted by some of the finest graduate schools in the world. I mean, many of our students go off to Harvard, Princeton, MIT, Caltech, Stanford, and so on.
In fact, those who have gone off to grad school, medical school, law school, you name it, they've all told me, many of them have told me, that NSci is the hardest thing that they've ever done. So it's an excellent preparation for anything else you might want to do.
Hi, my name is Ada, and I'm in my final year in the Biomedical Option in Engineering Science program. I spent the last year working on an internship placement in Craft Canada, and the last 3 months in Austria working for a healthcare management company.
Hi, my name is David Wong. Graduated last year from NSci Physics Option, and now I work for McKinsey as a business analyst. It's a great position. I get to work with the top management at a lot of global companies.
Hi, my name's Sarah Hugh, and I graduated from the Biomedical Option last year. Since then, I've worked for Oliver Wyman, a management consultancy within the pharmaceutical industry and in the global public health nonprofit sector. More recently, I've started medical school here at the University of Toronto, and in 4 years, I hope to graduate and become a doctor. Engineering science has been a great experience for me, and I think the broad foundation it's given me has helped me shape my career from engineering into business and now more recently into medicine.
The NSci student, once they get into a position, the breadth of their background and the depth of their specialty usually means that they excel very quickly. I think sort of anecdotally, the NSci student, give them a couple weeks and they'll be able to talk the language, give them a couple months and they'll be leading their team.
We see students going in a lot of different directions, which is really exciting because it means we have students in many different areas who are educated in engineering and have an understanding of what it means to be an engineer and also how engineering connects to our greater society.
Well, we hope that we've been able to answer some of your questions, aid you with your decisions, and introduce you to what engineering science is all about. We have a large number of enthusiastic upper year students, as well as a great selection of office staff that are always able to address any questions or concerns you might have. So feel free to come down and say hello. Engineering science is comprised of a great community, and we'd really love you to be a part of it. So I hope to see you soon.